DJ Matt Valdez is spinning some Ozzy for our in-studio guest, Jim Norton, who loves Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath. He's in town for 5 sold-out shows at the DC Improv, so you're out of luck to see him here in DC. But you can go to, I believe, eatabullet.com for all this tour.
JimNorton.com.
JimNorton.com.
There's no more Eat a Bullet?
I finally got JimNorton.com. Some cyber squatter who I hope got brain cancer and fell into a ditch had my for years and wanted thousands of dollars for it. And then for some reason, it just became available.
Oh, you swooped in.
We went in and grabbed it.
Very nice.
And Kenny,
Well done.
my road manager goes, because, you know, Kenny's just, he's so crazy. He goes, do you want me to get it for a year? I'm like, get it forever. Why would you want to deal with this in a year?
Right.
That is
Right. You plan on living for more than a year, so get it for, how about 20 years?
Yeah, I'm not Julia Roberts' boyfriend and dying young. I mean, I plan on sticking around for a while. Get it for 10 years.
Let me
whatever.
ask you
There
this.
are those bastard squatters who,
That's
if his
funny.
year
Oh,
passed
so
in a
annoying.
day, somebody would snatch.
Did you
Terrible.
swoop in right away, like within seconds of it?
I don't
or was it out
remember.
there for a little bit?
I think it was out there for a little bit. I remember we were just talking about Bob Eatman off the air, our radio cadaver agent. and Bob, I relied on Bob to get it for me one year.
Oh,
It just
that's the worst.
Shot right by him.
That's the worst.
Well, the worst would be if his brother was involved.
Oh, his
He
brother,
probably
a
told
piece
him,
of
"Oh,
work.
Who Lotka's priest from Taxi?
Exactly. You know him well.
Yeah, I certainly do. Like that creepy guy who was in Cuckoo's Nest. That's that one
Exactly.
guy. Yes.
I mean, long story short, we had a meeting with ESPN in New York City. We're in a conference room with about 10 people. We had already
This
shot
is
a
our
pilot
moment.
for them in ESPN. And he got up and left.
Left
and
the
they're like,
meeting.
where are you going? He's like, my wife's having a party.
I gotta go.
Yeah,
You're on your own.
And he left the 4
Here to like
guys
serve hors
he
d'oeuvres
was
at a
supposed to
party and
represent.
leave.
President,
What a jerk.
President of ESPN just said, "Did your agent just leave the meeting for
Yes.
for his
That's
wife's
exactly what he
function?" We
asked.
said, "Yeah, he did."
Wait,
We were on our own.
who left?
Eatman's brother.
Bob's brother.
I
Who
can't
was
even
a
remember his
TV
name.
guy?
What was Bob Eatman's brother's name? The guy.
We called him Billy Ripken. Like,
Yeah.
Larry. It was a
I
Larry.
can't remember
No,
what it was.
Larry.
It doesn't
So
matter.
Bob referred us to his brother for TV purposes. Bob said, I'll do your radio stuff, but my brother handles TV. He represented, I believe, a couple of weathermen. We didn't know what we're doing. We're okay.
We never closed the deal.
No, I know. I'm
Shocker.
imagining not. I mean, are you sure you didn't mean for transvestites? Maybe that's what it was. His brother would hang out on erosguide.com and get to tranny.
Here's a question I have for you, Jimmy. So Jimmy is a triple threat, right? I'm not just trying to kiss his ass, but it's true. So stand-up, right? Actor, radio guy. Okay, now here's my question.
Actor last. Let's be really honest.
Okay, all right, but still, you got the credits, okay? Have you? But I believe you made your bones in stand-up. Fair enough?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, right. But you're so embedded in radio with Opie. Do you now consider yourself one of us, a radio guy? That's you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's funny. It's hard sometimes.
Can you live without this now? I don't think I can. I love radio.
No.
I am a radio guy. It's hard to accept, but I am.
I feel the same way. Like sometimes I feel almost like I'm an imposter when I say I'm a radio guy, but it's like no, I've been doing this every day since. I mean, like we kicked off NEW and then back on Sirius XM since '04. So it's like almost 10 years on satellite. Like,
I think this is
This
what you
is what
are.
I
You're-
do.
I
If
mean,
you want to go back to
you do other
WNEW,
things.
it's right down the hallway here. It's a news station.
That's true.
WNEW.
Well, it's local.
I know. You
Local.
come full circle.
oh, is
here.
it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
different
Oh.
call
Local.
letters.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it though.
No, I couldn't. We couldn't survive there anymore. But yeah, I am. I mean, I'm a stand-up first, but yeah, I consider myself a radio person. I mean, the amount of hours I put in on the air, it's the same as any other show. So
Right. I mean, like
that's
you're
what I do.
always going to do stand up, I'm guessing.
Hopefully,
you know? Yeah. And you're always going to pursue and hopefully act, etc. But I'm guessing you're always going to be doing radio.
And that's why podcasts are almost good now. Like, it's not where I
think
want to
they
be
are.
right now. I like doing the radio show, but eventually things end, and at least there's that option.
Absolutely. And people are making great money doing podcasting.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Corolla, Rogan. I think Burr's doing very well. Like, a lot of those guys now. But Corolla, who's kind of like was
King.
yeah, but he really ate it for a while. Like he stuck it out, and he
Yeah, yeah.
I think went through the times where he was making note. And I think this time I've done it a couple of times, and the studio he's in now is really nice in like Glendale.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got like his fancy cars parked in it. Like he has a building,
Right.
all because of his podcast. But you know he deserves it because he's the one that kind of pushed ahead.
I'm
and
so
stuck with it.
happy
Right.
for those guys because they're paving the way for all of us.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I support every single podcaster on the planet because that's where we're all going to end up someday.
And it takes a lot of the like whenever you're negotiating for radio now or for satellite, whatever the medium is, they have to realize a lot of times companies are dumb and they don't see the threat down the street. But podcasting is a genuine thing now. It's not some fake push you put up for contract negotiations, it's a real
Oh, no, no, no.
possibility. So
Yeah.
I'm very happy it's there.
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
Because if I'm ever booted off O&A, I'll
We're
just
gonna
go
end
do
up
my own
doing it.
podcast.
There you go.
Hey, Eric, we're gonna end up doing it.
Oh, I know that.
100%. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we do
100%.
have a corpse as an agent. He's right.
Yeah.
The last time we saw him, we never see him. We saw him because he
Was
was
in
bringing
LA.
his daughter to colleges here to look. And we were generally scared
Yeah,
for him.
he
Like, he did
looked-
not
looked-
look
He looked a
He
little
looked
bit
that
gaunt
good.
and paler than usual.
Yeah,
Which is pretty pale.
Yeah, it's like he was so bad looking last time I saw him. I actually wanted to hear about his French horn lessons. Bob, talk about the continuous breathing, how you blow into a straw and get good at that. Boom.
It's very funny to us because he does
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yes, he does.
I mean, we see the guy once a year for a half hour, and somehow it ends up with French horn. I don't know how. I
all
think
we
he's not
got.
full time anymore, though, right? Wasn't that the last bit that he's now been replaced? Or he's not the one chair. He's not the number one chair.
Oh, right.
Right,
In his orchestra.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You know,
And then he gets together with his brother. What does his brother play? Cakes has the
I don't know,
memory.
clarinet maybe, or something.
Awful.
Instruments you probably were forced to play when you were 12.
You know what? That said, we actually owe a lot in our careers to him.
I know that. That's
But
why
that
we
actually
still
goes
have him.
back.
That's why we still have him.
Honestly, it goes back to like 1999 or whenever it was when we first contacted. Because lately, has he done that much?
Although
for us
I
last
do,
5
Jim, I
years?
do hate him twice a month when I see that Eatman Enterprises on my bank statement.
Oh, yeah. He's really smart, though. Bob is no dummy. He gets it sent to him, and then he deposits it and sends it. Like, he's a really smart guy. He doesn't really wait for people to send him his commission.
Right.
He kind of takes his piece and then sends it. But I don't have him do my bills or anything like that.
No,
'Cause
I
I
don't
don't
do
want to be
that
that
either.
dependent on him.
Yeah,
I'm
we
a-
don't do that either.
But
But he does take it out of our check. I mean, it's right. Is it directly out of our checks? I
Direct?
don't even know. Yeah, yeah.
No,
It goes-
just out
he-
of our account. Yeah.
he
Oh,
gets
out of our
paid.
account.
Bob gets paid, and then I
Oh.
get a check from Eatman Enterprises. So technically, I don't work for SiriusXM. I work for Bob Eatman. He's my employer. Bob Eatman, and you know, they pay Bob Eatman. I don't know why SiriusXM sends that dollar
You know
to
what?
check.
Have
He's
you
doing
ever,
something
Have
right.
you ever been to Bob's house out there?
No, he's invited me, and I refuse to go. I absolutely refuse to go
Didn't
to Bob's
Opie
house.
crash at his house?
Yeah, because Opie, like Opie's weird. He could stay at someone's house. Like I'm like, where are you staying in Philly? He's like, the in-laws. I'm like, you like people's house? Like he doesn't mind relaxing and like he's like a real person. I hate it because
You'd rather just be in a hotel, not have to deal with any
Yes,
of that nonsense.
because my life is filled with shame. He has no shame in his life. He's just living like a person's life.
Right.
So he does not worried about what you're gonna. I'm so worried about who comes and goes out of my room. Am I gonna be in Bob's, in house? And he's gonna be like, Jim, some questionable individual in a dress is at the front door. Should I let them in? No, Bob. I'll take her out to the car. So yeah, I need to be in a hotel where I'm isolated.
Oh my God! And all these stories are true. I mean, knowing you, they're all true, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I exaggerate a little bit by exclusion. Like I leave out the worst.
What could
Yeah.
possibly be worse? Oh
Yeah,
my God!
look, it's my life. I mean,
we
this-
know all about Monster Rain. We know how
yeah.
that goes.
But you know how that story came about? I told that at a show called Confessing It in Montreal in 2003. We were off the air, and me and Opie were like a weird alternative couple. Like he was just coming around with me and hanging out in places.
Right.
He would fly to San Francisco with me just to be on the road and kill time. And he came to the Montreal Festival. It was me, him, and Brother Weeze. And I told that Monster Rain story in the festival, and Opie said, "You don't think I'm going to remember it, but I'm going to remember that story for if we're ever back on the air together." And we came back on the air, and he blew it up, and he told the story, and I was forced to do a bit about it. And that's the only reason I told that stupid story on HBO. So I kind of owe that bit to him for remembering it after we came back
Did you
on.
guys really think? I mean, I guess for a period of time, did you think there was a possibility you would never be back on the air?
I remember talking to Bob Kelly, and I told him this 2 days ago. I lived on the 22nd floor on 43rd Street, and I was going to throw myself out the window. I was so depressed. I was like, you finally get something where audiences are coming out and they like you, and then it's just gone. And I was literally, dude, I couldn't walk by a window without
Really
going, that
was a
looks really
shame.
appetizing.
Really
I was
was
so
a shame.
depressed. It was really manically
Really.
depressing.
Yeah, and it helped change the whole industry. I mean, that was a seminal moment. The boob thing with overreaction, crazy.
And how rageful is it? I know you guys still have to deal with the FCC, but how rageful is it when Michael Powell comes out now and goes, well, I had to put on my best outrage face. No, you didn't, stupid. You should have been honest and talked about how it was not the big deal that we all knew it wasn't.
Right. Yeah,
But he came out and basically admitted that it was not as big a deal as people made it.
We could do hours and hours on this. The PC police and all of this, the word police, it drives me insane.
It's
I mean,
sickening.
they're just words. I mean, come on, hello, grow up. It's okay. It's okay to be offended.
Yeah.
It's okay to be offended. I'm offended all the time. It's okay.
Yeah, there's things I don't like, and because I'm offended, it doesn't mean that like you have to stop doing what you're doing.
Right.
Like I forget what it is. Oh, A&E for Duck Dynasty. If there's anybody that thinks outrage is real, they pulled Phil Robertson off the air. 17 million people said they were going to boycott. They threw Phil Robertson right back on the air. None of the outrage is real.
Because they want ratings. They want to make money.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like
But
I
they
always,
weren't. But his point was they didn't really care. They were just
No.
catering to what they thought was the opinion of the moment.
the loudest group. And I understand why Glad was angry because, all right, that was a kind of a stupid thing he said, but they shouldn't want him to get in trouble. But there's never a pushback. Like a special interest group pushes, and it's like,
Everyone bows.
It's because you just fall backwards and there's no one there to push back. So when people finally push back,
Or
the
how about a
companies
company?
react.
And we actually work for CBS, which has been actually for us been great, where we get a complaint call, and sometimes even management will laugh at it. But there are other companies, you get one complaint call, you can never do that bit again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They think,
A loud minority.
if one person called, it means one person was bothered. Who cares?
Right, exactly.
What do you think? No one's going to use Scotty toilet paper because somebody called up on the phone? It really
I've
is silly.
always said you haven't made it at all. You're not making an impact at all if you don't have haters, if you don't have complainers. You know, because you're not doing your job. If you're not pushing the envelope, in my opinion.
If there's not somebody bothered by what you're doing, enough people aren't hearing you.
Exactly.
No matter who you are,
Right, 'cause
the
you
odds
can't please
dictate
everybody.
people are going to hate your guts. So some people, if everyone likes you, not enough people hear you. So I'm always happy when some people don't like me.
Yeah.
After a while, though, you're like, wow, a lot of them don't. Wow, this is not tipping in this favor.
That's
I was
why we
hoping
don't
it was.
read message boards. I've stopped
gotta
reading
stay
message
away.
boards
A lot of
a
people
decade
do
ago.
like you because you got 5 sold-out shows.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you
Excellent.
were nice enough to join us in studio.
No,
Thanks
I
a
love
lot,
you guys,
seriously.
man. You've been very good friends to me and to Opie and Anthony. I'm always happy to
Anytime.
come on the show.
Please
and
do.
I'm going to see Chad today, too, because
Good,
he's treated me
good.
well. So I'm
Very
really
cool.
happy
Anytime,
to be
please.
here.
Will you take
Tell
a
the
picture with
boys.
us
Tell the
afterwards?
boys we
Of
said
course.
hello.
Good.
Seriously.
I will, man. I appreciate you guys being very good to us, too.
Good.
All right,
Say
let's
hi to the
connect
guys.
you.
Say hi to Opie and Anthony, everybody over there.
Absolutely.
Thank
Comedian
you.
Jim Norton. DCimprov.com for tickets, typically, because Allison's great to us.
Yes.
Next time he's in town.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
next
already
time
looking
you
at
get
my
tickets.
schedule. I got to call out. I got to find a way to sneak out there. I mean, it's
Everybody wants
ridiculous.
tickets. I have a
Right?
billion, I have
I
a
know.
billion text messages
I
right
know.
now.
I know.
All right,
I
we
know.
got to get out of here. For Cake, Slurch, EB, I'm JP. We're the Junkies. Grant Danny up next on The Fan.
Sports Radio 106.7 The Fan.